Russia has significantly increased its drone attacks on Ukraine, with strikes escalating from approximately 400 in May to over 2,400 in November 2024. This surge is largely attributed to the expansion of a clandestine drone manufacturing facility located in the Alabuga Special Economic Zone in Russia's Tatarstan region. Before we proceed, please like, comment and subscribe to help us with the YouTube algorithm. Established in 2006 to attract Western businesses through tax incentives, the Alabuga zone shifted focus following the exodus of major companies after the Ukraine conflict began. Parts of the site have since transitioned to military production, notably the manufacturing of drones based on Iranian designs. Initially, Russia imported Iranian-made Shahed drones, but secured a $1.75 billion deal to produce them domestically. Alabuga has become the primary production hub for the Shahed 136, known in Russia as Geran 2, with an agreement to manufacture 6,000 units by September 2025, a target it appears to have already met. In 2023, the factory produced 2,738 Shahed drones and more than doubled that figure in 2024, manufacturing 5,760 units between January and September. This rapid production increase has been facilitated by the use of Chinese components and a low-skilled workforce, including Russian teenagers and African women. Satellite imagery released by the US National Security Council in June 2023 revealed the construction of 2 additional buildings and heightened security measures at the Alabuga site, underscoring the facility's expanded role in Russia's offensive. In a tactical shift, the factory has begun mass-producing thousands of decoy drones, known as Gerbera, designed to overwhelm and exhaust Ukrainian air defenses. Constructed from plywood and foam, these decoys mimic the distinctive triangular shape of the Shahed drones, making them difficult to distinguish from actual threats, even on radar. While Ukrainian air defenses have proven effective against most Shaheds, Russia's use of Gerbera drones creates a swarm of false targets, forcing defenders to expend valuable resources. Russia plans to produce approximately 10,000 Gerbera drones by the end of 2024, nearly double the projected number of Shaheds. The cost advantage plays a critical role in this strategy, as a single Gerbera is estimated to be 10 times cheaper to produce than a Shahed. The Alabuga facility's operations have raised ethical and legal concerns, particularly regarding its recruitment practices. Reports indicate that young individuals, including teenagers from Russia and African countries, have been recruited under misleading pretenses and subjected to exploitative working conditions. These practices have drawn international criticism and scrutiny. The factory's reliance on Chinese electronics has also highlighted the complex web of international supply chains in military production. Despite global sanctions and export controls, components from various countries continue to find their way into Russian military hardware, complicating efforts to curb the flow of technology to conflict zones. The strategic use of decoy drones represents a notable evolution in modern warfare tactics. By deploying large numbers of inexpensive, unarmed drones alongside more lethal counterparts, Russia aims to saturate and confuse enemy air defenses, increasing the likelihood of successful strikes by actual weaponized drones. This approach not only conserves resources, but also exploits the psychological impact of relentless drone swarms on both military personnel and civilian populations. The sheer volume of drones can induce fatigue and stress among defenders, potentially leading to mistakes and decreased morale. Ukraine's air defense systems, while effective, face significant challenges in adapting to this swarm tactic. The need to discern between decoys and genuine threats in real-time places immense pressure on operators and command structures, necessitating rapid decision-making and efficient resource allocation. The international community has expressed concern over the escalation of drone warfare in the Ukraine conflict. The proliferation of drone technology, coupled with innovative yet ethically questionable tactics, underscores the evolving nature of modern conflicts and the difficulties in regulating the use of unmanned systems. Efforts to stem the flow of components and technology to facilities like Alabuga face numerous obstacles. The globalized nature of electronics manufacturing and distribution makes it challenging to monitor and control the end use of various components, especially when they are repurposed for military applications. The situation at Alabuga also raises questions about the effectiveness of current international sanctions and export controls. The ability of such facilities to continue operations despite these measures suggests the need for a reassessment of enforcement mechanisms and international cooperation. As the conflict continues, the role of drone warfare is likely to expand further. Both state and non-state actors are observing and learning from the developments in Ukraine, potentially applying similar tactics in other regions. which could lead to a broader proliferation of drone-based strategies globally. The ethical implications of using decoy drones to deplete enemy defenses are complex. While it is a cost-effective military strategy, it raises questions about the prolongation of conflicts and the increased risk to civilian infrastructure and lives due to the saturation of airspaces with unmanned vehicles. The exploitation of young and foreign labor in the production of these drones adds another layer of ethical concern. The international community may need to address labor practices in military production as part of broader discussions on human rights and conflict. The Alabuga facility's operations exemplify the challenges in distinguishing between civilian and military industrial activities. The dual-use nature of drone technology complicates efforts to regulate and monitor such facilities under international law. The rapid production and deployment of drones from Alabuga have had a tangible impact on the dynamics of the Ukraine conflict. The increased frequency and scale of drone attacks have strained Ukrainian defenses and contributed to the ongoing humanitarian crisis in the region. The use of decoy drones represents a psychological warfare tactic aimed at undermining the confidence and